us first this half hour. Tonight, a high-profile legal dispute involving NBA legend Michael Jordan and NASCAR has now come to a close. The two sides reached a settlement over months of tension over team operations and financial transparency.
WCNC's Charlotte's Miles Harris in the studio. This is going to have far-reaching implications, not just on NASCAR, could be on the entire motorsport world here, Miles. Either the team is out of the sport or NASCAR changes the way it does business for nearly a century.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Michael. Sorry, Colin and Vanessa. Michael Jordan's racing investment has been under the microscope ever since questions surfaced about NASCAR's handling of team revenue and contract terms. Now, today, both sides, they say that they've reached an agreement and are ready to move on.
We are delighted to tell the world of NASCAR and its fans that this case has been settled.
The settlement stems from disputes between NASCAR, Front Row Motorsports, and 2311 Racing, the team co-owned by Michael Jordan and driver Denny Hamlin. At the center of the issue, money, media rights, and how much teams should receive under NASCAR's new charter system.
I mean, like two competitors, obviously we're trying to get as much done in each other's favor.
NASCAR and Jordan's team have been negotiating since late last year, at times publicly disagreeing over what they called financial sustainability.
You always need people within a company to make sure that everyone's, the business is running properly, and that's essentially what we were trying to protect with this lawsuit, is to essentially make sure that this team's here for the long run.
2311 Racing had been pushing for more financial transparency and a more equitable split of the money flowing into the sport. The settlement announced Thursday spells out new agreements on team funding and a framework for long-term stability.
Honestly, when you get to the finish line, sometimes you have to think, not just for yourself, but you got to think about the sport as a whole. And I think both parties got to that point, and we realized that we could have an opportunity to settle this, and we dove in and we actually did it. Unfortunately, it took us that long, but we got here. That's all that matters.
Guys, now the full terms haven't been released yet, but both sides say that the settlement clears the path for the 2026 season and beyond. Now for Jordan, it's a sign that his bet on NASCAR is firmly still in place, guys.
Lots of folks talking about this.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you, Miles.